Hello, magic casters of all shapes and sizes. My name is Chance. Welcome to my Spellbook, and thank you so much for tuning into the 13th episode of our second level spell series. Today we're going to be taking a look at a pretty cool one in terms of roleplay that offers a decent amount of mechanical benefits as well. Today we're going to be talking about calm emotions, which is what it sounds like in kind of a way, but its name makes it sound a hell of a lot badass than it really is. It is usable by the Bard and the Cleric, which makes sense when you really think about it, and it is found in the good old Player's Handbook. Fantastic stuff. Now let's move along to the mechanics and kind of talk about this spell a little bit more. Your cast time is 1 action. The range in which you cast it is 60 feet, but the area of effect is a 20-foot radius, so bear that in mind. The duration is a whole minute, and it is concentration, so please bear that in mind. The effect at a glance is as followed. Each humanoid within range makes a charisma save. On a fail, you pick one of 2 effects, and those effects get applied to them. Suppress any effect causing a target to be charmed or frightened, so really good. Or the second one, make a target indifferent about creatures of your choice that it is hostile towards. This indifference ends if the target is attacked or harmed by a spell, or if it witnesses any of its friends being harmed, which makes sense logically. The components are somatic and verbal, meaning you have to gesture with one hand and speak forth an incantation, and the school is Enchantment, which is really cool. Fantastic stuff. With that brief summary out of the way, let's take a look at its full description so we can just establish a better idea of how the spell actually functions. You attempt to suppress strong emotions in a group of people. Each humanoid in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range must make a charisma saving throw. A creature can choose to fail this saving throw if it wishes. If a creature fails its saving throw, choose one of the following effects. You can suppress any effect causing a target to be charmed or frightened. When the spell ends, any suppressed effect resumes, providing that its duration has not expired in the meantime. Alternatively, you can make a target indifferent about creatures of your choice that it is hostile toward. This indifference ends if the target is attacked or harmed by a spell, or if it witnesses any of its friends being harmed. When the spell ends, the creature becomes hostile again unless the DM rules otherwise. Fantastic stuff. I really like it. Needless to say, there's a ton of roleplay potential here, but also worth noting, both the charmed and frightened conditions are 2 of the most detrimental conditions that can really just change the entire scope of the combat you're running. Literally changes everything. So this spell's ability to negate those 2 conditions is awesome in of itself, and being able to stop aggression is also pretty dang sweet. Fantastic stuff. Let's move along to some alternative uses now. The first one I'd like to point out is this is incredibly useful if you know you're going up against things that can charm or frighten people. A lot of undead, for example, have at least one of these 2 abilities. A lot of fae can charm, stuff of that nature. So I just think it's always good to have in your back pocket. Another interesting use is calming down hostility in an attempt to make an arrangement or a possible friendship moving forward. One of my favorite things to do in D&D is to actually put the party in fairly awkward circumstances where they didn't inherently do anything wrong, but they're still being punished regardless, essentially framing them, if you want to look at it that way. And this spell would be a great way of diffusing those high tensions. On a side note, however, this could be a very mischievous spell for a dungeon master to use. What I mean by that is, let's say you're facing the big bad. You know, it's all on the line. You just wanna fight him, take him to the ground. You're tired of him pushing you around, rubbing your nose and everything. And wham, he hits you with calm emotions, and then he just chills out, relaxes, pours himself a cup of tea, sits there for a minute looking at you, waving. As soon as it ends, he recasts it. I just think it'd be hilarious. There's nothing in this spell about remaking that charisma save at any point, so once it's decided, you're stuck with it, unless naturally you can get harmed, basically. So it is interesting. I feel like there'd be a lot of cool ways to implement this, and I'll definitely be using Calm Emotions in my next campaign for sure. It's just such a cool spell. With that being said, if you have any alternative uses, ideas, or cool stories of your own that you'd like to share, I'd really appreciate seeing them down beneath in the comments section. I just really enjoy reading them. You guys have a lot of great ideas, so it really helps me out in my games as well. So, humble kind of request there, I guess. But in any case, I want to take a quick moment to thank our patrons: Marcos G. Guzman Jr., Reyna, Tanner Frazier, Kenny Garcia, Bruce T, Tato Seal, and Spider-Man and his amazing friends. Thank you so much, guys. The support has been unreal, and I just really do appreciate it. We also do the daily live streams from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, so if you have any free time then, please feel free to drop by. I really appreciate seeing new people in there. And if you like that cool hand-drawn Warforge on the screen, and you'd like your own hand-drawn D&D picture, please check out our Patreon videos to figure out exactly how to do that. That being said, thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a great day, and as always, happy casting.